Mortal Kombat 1 is free to play this weekend, and I'm gonna tell you all about it, all the details, because when I went on social media and places like Twitter, I could not find any details, so I wanted to share it all with you today, because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, even if I'm sick. I currently have a fever, but we're gonna power through it. So make sure, if you want to stay up to date on Mortal Kombat news, subscribe and ring that bell down below so you don't miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. It helps my channel out a ton. And without any further ado, let's begin. Starting off with when the free trial starts. It should be today if I upload this video on time, but to be more specific, it starts on March 7th at 9 AM PST and then ends on Sunday, March 10th at 11:59 PST. Or in other words, around midnight, roughly, if you do live in the United States. However, right away, I have some bad news. This free trial weekend is only on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, so not on Nintendo Switch. Very unfortunate, but the silver lining is the Nintendo Switch does have less bugs lately, for some reason. As I'm recording this video, the Mortal Kombat 3 skin for Sub-Zero, that you have to pay for by the way, does not work properly with the masks you've unlocked unless you're playing on Switch, in which case the glitch just is not there for some reason, but hey, yay for Switch. Okay, but how about who's playable? I think a lot of people assume this free play trial is kind of like a demo version of the game, and in some aspects that is true. However, when it comes to the roster, you surprisingly do have access to every character except for the DLC characters and also Havoc. And I'll explain why he's left off the list in a little bit, but first up, let's cover the DLC characters. Of course, this includes the Combat Pack, but keep in mind it also includes Shang Tsung. He's not going to be playable either because he is a pre-order bonus. So if any of you watching were looking forward to the free trial weekend and also wanted to play Shang Tsung, it's unfortunate, but you can't play as them, and that does really suck. He's a pre-order bonus, not a paid character, so that does suck, but it is what it is. I personally think you should have access to Shang Tsung because he's an awesome character, and I don't count pre-order characters as DLC because they're not more money, they're just money up front. But okay, how about Havoc? Why is he not playable? Well, because this version of the game only has the first 2 chapters of story mode, which is not very much at all. The story mode has like 15 chapters and only 2 of them are in the free play, which once again is a massive bummer. The story mode is not perfect for Mortal Kombat 1, but I certainly did enjoy it a lot more than Mortal Kombat 11, maybe not more than Mortal Kombat X, but then again, depending on who you ask, some people really hate the story mode in Mortal Kombat X. I think it was actually quite good, but I also think the story mode in Mortal Kombat 1 was good as well, which is why I am sad that you can only play 2 chapters of it in this free play weekend trial of the game. Oh, and also, I almost forgot about cameo characters. Thankfully, all of them are going to be playable, except for the DLC characters once again, but it does say the ones unlocked through gameplay are available too. That makes me wonder if you still have to unlock the cameo characters like the rest of us did, or if they're all unlocked by default. I can't quite tell by how it's worded right here. And then next up, we have Invasion Mode. Let's talk about that real quick, because you don't actually have access to Season 4, which is active right now. Instead, you get access to Johnny Cage's mansion, which is the tutorial, and it looks like that's the only Invasion Mode you get, which once again is unfortunate, but at the same time, from what I hear, people hate invasions quite a lot, or in other words, you're not really missing out on that much. And for me personally, I thought the Johnny Cage's mansion was actually the fun part of invasions because the environment kind of changes. You're inside, then you're in the gym, then you're outside on the porch, or you're near the pool. There's a lot of variety there, and it's the first time you're experiencing it, so it's not dull yet. Invasion mode gets dull when you're on like the 3rd or 4th mesa. That's when it gets old and repetitive, I feel like, or maybe even the 2nd mesa, but the first one with Johnny Cage, I personally had fun. Alright, but where can you download this free trial? Is it available in every country? Well, according to right here on the WB support website, this trial version of Mortal Kombat 1 is available in all regions where the full version of the game is sold, or the full version of the digital game is sold. So just in case any of you watching live in areas where you had to pull some strings to get a copy of the game, you might not have access to the free play version, so tell your buddies that their region might not have it, but also make sure to check at your local retailers because this lasts the entire weekend. It's not just one day, so you do have time to research this stuff. But next up, I have some very good news. So it turns out that the full version of Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be on a discount during this free play version. The digital version of the standard edition and the premium edition are both going to be available for 40% off during the Mortal Kombat 1 free trial weekend, which is already great news. You're getting the game for 40% off, but then on top of that, some discounts are going to keep going after the trial period ends. Or in other words, after this weekend, there's still going to be discounts for Mortal Kombat 1, at least in some areas, and for some discounts. In other words, it looks like Mortal Kombat 1 losing so many players so quickly could be a good thing for people that haven't bought the game yet, because now if you're on the fence, you're going to get it for a great discount. Keep in mind 40% is almost half, right? So if the regular edition is $60 where you live, now it's almost $30. That's a great deal, I think. But that being said, don't take my word for it. Spend the entire weekend or as much time as you want to see if you actually enjoy the game and want to spend your hard-earned money on it. Because of course, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan and also a fighting game fan in general, so I tend to buy all of them, even games that I don't cover on this channel. I've been playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and before that I was playing DNF Duel, both of which I've never covered on this channel. Oh boy, next up we have a bit of a trap. So despite this being a free trial version of the game, you will still have the option to purchase in-game content, which is scary to me because once the trial ends, you can't play Mortal Kombat 1 anymore. Or in other words, you just wasted your money on all that DLC content unless you want to buy the full version of the game, which will be on a discount, but still, be careful. I recommend not purchasing anything inside the game unless you make the decision to buy the full game itself first for a discount. And also, when it comes to Dragon Crystals, don't buy any of those, please, unless you've already bought the full version of the game, because I have a full video telling you how to get some of those costumes for free. You can actually unlock Dragon Crystals in unique ways without having to spend money, so please do not do that unless you decide to commit to the purchase of the full game first. Oh, and also keep in mind, you do need to have access to an internet connection to download the free trial version of the game. It is a digital copy. I don't think it's going to have a physical copy. I guess that wouldn't make much sense, but yeah, you sadly do need an internet connection to download this. And on top of that, I have more bad news. A lot of the game content is locked away if you're not online. Even offline modes like Invasion, you don't have access to unless you can keep that connection steady. And since I'm already talking about the online, also keep in mind that while Mortal Kombat 1 did get crossplay when Peacemaker got here on February 28th, the crossplay is still not the best. Just today, after recording a podcast, my buddy The Force Snake and Sonica XD, shoutouts to both of them, they make amazing content, they were trying to work together to capture some very unique footage, and they could not get it to work. They found each other and tried to set up a match, but they could not get the match to work. It kept desyncing. So yeah, the crossplay is still not perfect yet, so keep that in mind as well before making your purchase. If I was a gambling man, I would bet that they are going to fix the crossplay at some point, but I have no idea if that's going to be sooner or later. It could happen next month, next week, or it could take months from now to finally fix that crossplay and get it in a good spot. So keep that in mind before you make your purchase. Alright, it looks like that's it for all the information on the free-to-play trial weekend for Mortal Kombat 1, but also I'm going to show you on screen how to download it on the various platforms. It's just going to scroll by as I talk, so make sure to pause it once your preferred console comes on screen. We're going to do Steam first, then PlayStation 5, and then Xbox Series XS. God, I still hate the name of that console. What happened to Microsoft consoles, man? Their names were so cool back in the day. Xbox 360, and then just Xbox One. Super confusing. And then Xbox X, Xbox Series SX. Get a handle on the name of your consoles. Just call the next one like Xbox Rebirth or something. I don't know, something cool. Alright everyone, that's all the details I could find about Mortal Kombat 1's free play weekend. I think it's really cool that people have access to this game for free because I personally find it to be a lot of fun, and I also think it's great that it's gone on discount. That does not bode well for the game. It's already on discount after half a year or so, but hey, for you it's actually good news if you haven't bought the game yet, because now you get it on a discount, so that's sick. Real quick, here's the highlights of the main topics on this video. Which characters do you have access to? Every character in the game except for DLC characters and Shang Tsung and Havoc. Everyone else you can play with, including all the cameos except for DLC, and also keep in mind you may have to unlock them before you can play them, just like everybody else did. If they are unlocked by default, that's gonna be sick, but I'm not sure and I kinda doubt it. And then when it comes to which consoles and platforms have access to the free trial download, it's everything except Nintendo Switch and of course previous generation consoles. So PlayStation 5, they got it. Xbox Series XS, they got it. Steam, PC, they got it, right? Or PC via stream, they got it. You get the idea. But sadly, for those of you that only have the Nintendo Switch, you're left out in the cold, and that really does suck. But honestly, I would wait a bit before you even consider buying the game on Switch. And then finally, when does this free trial end? When is the free play weekend over? It starts today on Thursday, and actually it started earlier at 9 a.m. PST, and then it goes all the way until Sunday at around midnight, 11:59 PST. If you're in a unique time zone, make sure to find out what exactly that means for you. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm still battling this fever, but man, that Dayquil helped out a lot, but a like down below might also help me a bit more too. I'm just kidding, but I do appreciate a like. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.